Hi, my name is Bonnie Boosie, and I will be presenting MarcEdit. This is a really useful tool for catalogers. I will discuss what MarcEdit is, the history of how it began, and why it is important. So why exactly do we care about MarcEdit? Because metadata is an important part of cataloging, but there are many different current and evolving standards. Let's look at the definition of metadata. Metadata is structured information that describes the attributes of resources for the purpose of identification, discovery, selection use, access, and management, an encoded description of a resource. An example would be an RDA record encoded with MARC. What is MarcEdit? MarcEdit is a powerful software tool designed to help librarians manipulate metadata. It has multiple features which allow catalogers to manipulate metadata in various formats, viewing, editing existing records, and translating between encoding standards in large quantities, thus saving time. These features include MARC Editor, RDA Helper, and character set conversion, just to name a few. Let's take a look at the history of MarcEdit. Terry Reese, the creator of MarcEdit, was working at Oregon State University in the summer of 1999. They were doing a major database cleanup because they had 45,000 MarcArchive records with invalid call numbers. It just happened that prior to this, Terry had been developing a Windows-based alternative to the Library of Congress's MarcBreaker MarcMaker, because when he upgraded to Windows 2000, he could no longer use their software. This was to help him with other aspects of his job. So he created an application that could function as a Windows application, but also had the ability to be used and integrated with other software applications and programming scripting languages, like the Windows scripting host, Perl, or C++. He took this project and developed it into a workable Marc engine that could be accessed through the Windows script hosting, which would enable him to do a batch cleanup of the records. This was a success. All 45,000 records were able to be cleaned up with some tweaking from the staff. His coworker, Kyle, convinced him to release the software to the library community and continue developing it. This was the birth of MarcEdit. Why is MarcEdit important? Working with metadata and updating and converting between formats is a complex task. MarcEdit is free and has evolved into a widely used library application internationally. MarcEdit can integrate with library systems that have an application programming interface, API, that allows creating, updating, and searching of bibliographic records. MarcEdit provides integration tools when working with OCLC, using the metadata API to work directly with WorldCat data. MarcEdit also is continually evolving to incorporate new standards and features. Some of the examples of what MarcEdit is used for include 1. Marc data transition to BibFrame. 2. It's used for batch lookup and insertion of URIs in bibliographic records. 3. MarcEdit converts Marc bibliographic records to resource description and access, RDA. MarcEdit converts encoded archival description, EAD, which is an XML format, to Marc. And it has a tool set for open refine integration. In summary, MarcEdit has evolved from a simple Marc record editing tool into a sophisticated general-purpose metadata manipulation tool, saving time. MarcEdit is used throughout the world, and it's free, making this the perfect tool for catalogers. For further reading, here is a list of references consulted for this presentation.